Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking you inside the chaos of Salem on Tuesday, July 22nd, a day filled with shocking revelations, emotional implosions, and secrets that refuse to stay buried. This is not just another day in Salem. This is the day everything starts to unravel. And it all begins with the fallout of a single, devastating lie. The day begins in heartbreak for Tate Black. Still reeling from Sophia's sudden confession, Tate sits alone, numb, his mind racing through disbelief and betrayal. Sophia dropped a bombshell that changed the course of his life. She claims she gave birth to their baby and, without a word to him, handed the child over to a couple in Chicago. No warning, no discussion, just gone. For Tate, this isn't just a betrayal, it's a devastating erasure of his fatherhood before it ever had a chance to begin. His hands shake, his voice cracks, and the weight of what's been stolen from him becomes too much to bear. But before he collapses into despair, Brady walks in. Unlike the emotional outbursts we've seen in the past, Brady approaches his son with quiet strength. There's no judgment in his voice, only calm reassurance. He sits beside Tate, allowing him to cry, to scream, to fall apart if he needs to. Brady reminds him that this pain doesn't define who he is, and that family sticks together, especially during moments like this. He doesn't offer easy answers, because there are none. Instead, he offers what matters most, his unconditional presence. This isn't just a tender father-son moment. It's a turning point. We see growth in both characters, Tate as he leans into vulnerability, and Brady as he steps fully into his role as a steady, emotionally available father. Their connection deepens before our eyes. But underneath the emotion lies the big, haunting question: is Sophia telling the whole truth? And if not, what else is she hiding? While Tate and Brady process their grief, someone else sees the crisis as an opportunity: Melinda Trask. A master of legal theatrics and public perception, Melinda approaches Sophia with a plan. But this isn't out of compassion. It's cold strategy. She proposes a narrative rewrite, one that recasts Sophia as a frightened young woman overwhelmed by motherhood, manipulated by the system, and ultimately acting out of love when she placed the baby with an adoptive couple. It's a story designed to earn sympathy, shift blame, and preserve Sophia's image in the eyes of the court and the public. Sophia hesitates. The truth is murkier than Melinda's version. But her back is against the wall. She's already facing judgment from Tate, from Brady, and from an unforgiving Salem. So she agrees. The two women begin working behind closed doors, crafting every detail, from emotional trigger points to carefully chosen words for a potential press appearance. Melinda sharpens the angles, polishing the story like a weapon. But even as the plan moves forward, there's a sinister undertone. Is this really about helping Sophia, or is Melinda simply using her as a pawn in a larger legal game? One thing is clear: the line between truth and deception is vanishing fast. And Salem may be on the verge of another scandal. Across town, at University Hospital, E.J. DiMera is riding high on his newfound position of power. After manipulating his way into control of the board, E.J. now struts through the halls with unchecked authority, acting less like a hospital administrator and more like a dictator ruling his empire. He makes sweeping decisions without consultation. He rewrites protocol. He intimidates staff. And most dangerously, he allows personal vendettas to cloud medical objectivity. But not everyone is staying silent. Dr. Kayla Brady, exhausted from watching patients suffer under EJ's tyranny, finally reaches her breaking point. In a fiery confrontation, she challenges him, accusing him of mismanagement, favoritism, and endangering lives. EJ, caught off guard by her boldness, threatens to suspend her. But Kayla doesn't back down. She's not just fighting for herself, she's fighting for every nurse, doctor, and patient under EJ's oppressive rule. Behind closed doors, Kayla begins documenting everything: erratic decisions, staff complaints, procedural violations. Whispers travel through the hospital like wildfire. A quiet rebellion is brewing. And EJ? Oblivious to the storm rising around him. He believes his power is absolute. But in Salem, arrogance has a price. And EJ DiMera may be one misstep away from watching his empire collapse beneath him. At the elegant yet tense Kuriaki's mansion, Sarah Horton finds herself standing on the edge of a terrifying precipice. With the custody hearing for her daughter Victoria looming, Sarah's calm facade begins to fracture, revealing the raw fear of a mother who knows she could lose everything. She paces restlessly in the parlor, clutching a photo of Victoria to her chest, her thoughts spiraling. Xander, her ex, her rival, and the child's father, has a dark history of manipulation and deceit. Sarah knows that behind his charming smile and smooth words lies a ruthless determination. And if Xander decides to play dirty in court, he could very well take Victoria from her. Unable to keep her fears bottled up, Sarah confides in Maggie, the family's steadfast matriarch. Her voice trembles as she expresses the worst-case scenario. What if the judge believes him? What if he paints me as unstable? What if I lose her? Maggie offers support and guidance, urging her to stay grounded. She reminds Sarah that she has allies, people who will stand by her and speak to her character. But Sarah knows that courtroom justice in Salem is anything but predictable. And this isn't just a legal fight, it's a battle for her soul. Every move she makes now, every word she says, will be scrutinized and possibly twisted by Xander's legal team. In Salem, when it comes to children, even the purest intentions can be weaponized. And Sarah may soon find herself fighting not just for custody, but for her entire future as a mother. Meanwhile, in the heart of Horton Town Square, Stephanie Johnson's rising star threatens to implode in spectacular fashion. For weeks, Stephanie has poured her heart and soul into a deeply personal memoir, one meant to empower others and redefine her image. The book is on the verge of release, her publisher is excited, and everything seems aligned for her big breakthrough. But all that comes crashing down in a single moment. An anonymous message arrives, ominous, direct, and threatening to reveal a shameful secret from her past. A secret that, if exposed, could derail her entire career and personal life. Worse, whispers begin to spread that Alex Kuriakis, in a moment of frustration, may have inadvertently spilled confidential information during a recent argument. Stephanie's world begins to spin. She storms through the square, her heels pounding the pavement as she seeks out Alex. When she finds him, emotions erupt like a volcano. Her voice trembles with fury as she accuses him of betrayal, whether intentional or careless, it doesn't matter. Her trust is shattered. Alex tries to defend himself, his tone pleading, but his words fall flat. Stephanie can't hear reason through the rising tide of panic. Her breath shortens, her chest tightens, and in front of stunned bystanders, her legs give way. She collapses to the ground in a flood of tears, humiliated, exposed, and utterly overwhelmed. Onlookers whisper. Cameras click. Her moment of triumph has turned into a public spectacle. And in a town like Salem, reputation is everything. Stephanie now faces the brutal reality that her dream may be slipping through her fingers, all because of a secret that refused to stay buried. Inside the courthouse, what began as a tense trial suddenly spirals into chaos. Just as testimony intensifies in Johnny DiMera's case, all eyes shift to Marlena Evans. Without warning, the iconic psychiatrist staggers. Her face pales, her hand clutches her chest. Then, she collapses. Gasps fill the courtroom. Belle Black rushes to her mother's side, panic etched across her face. The judge calls for a recess. Paramedics arrive within minutes. Marlena is unresponsive, her pulse erratic. She's rushed to University Hospital as her loved ones trail close behind, desperate for answers. But what they find only deepens the mystery. Her initial test results come back clean. No signs of heart issues. No neurological events. Nothing to explain the collapse. And yet, Marlena's condition deteriorates. Later that night, under medical supervision, Marlena begins muttering in her sleep. Names spill from her lips: Stefano, Queen of the Night, Possession, Darkness. Frightening phrases from a distant past she had long buried resurface. Her dreams are no longer dreams, they are vivid, haunting visions that seem to pull her into another realm, one tied to the Demera legacy and her infamous past with Stefano. EJ, increasingly desperate to clear Johnny's name, proposes hypnosis. He believes Marlena's subconscious may hold the key to understanding what truly happened, and why she collapsed at that exact moment in court. But others fear something far more sinister is at work. Is Marlena suffering from a rare medical disorder, or is she once again being dragged into the dark web of Stefano's influence? Could this be a reawakening of something supernatural, something she thought she had escaped years ago? One thing is certain. Marlena is not just a patient, she's the epicenter of a mystery that could shake Salem's foundations once again. As Tuesday's episode draws to a close, one thing becomes clear: Salem is on the verge of collapse. From medical mysteries to courtroom chaos, baby scandals to corporate rebellions, every character is teetering on the edge of a revelation that could change everything. Will Marlena wake before it's too late? Can Tate forgive Sophia? Will Stephanie's career survive the storm? And what exactly is Gwen planning with that letter? So many questions, and no one is safe from the fallout. If you're as hooked on the drama as we are, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update from Days of Our Lives. Drop a comment below. Who do you think is hiding the biggest secret? And will Marlena's collapse unlock a chilling truth from the past? Thanks for watching, and remember, in Salem, no secret stays buried for long.